Hey YouTube, Elite Legionarii here, and I am bringing you a 1 vs 1 for Rome Total War. And this time I'm in command of Egypt, and my opponent, Cneo Scipae, I think it is, how you say his name, is in command of Armenia. Anyway, I have 6 units of gold, and 1 experience Pharaoh's Guard, 4 units of gold attack, bowmen, 4 units of gold, and about, I think they might even be fully maxed out, 5 units of gold, and 1 experience, I think it is, or 2 experience, these Desert Cav, and 2 units of gold axemen. So here I was hoping to catch his cataphracts with my light guys much better than I do, and inflict more damage, but I was a bit focused elsewhere, and I didn't get a very good charge, and as you can see I muck it up. But I know it's an interesting choice to use these axemen against cataphracts, but they're much like headhunting maidens, and they work in the same fashion. They're not quite as good, but as you can see, quite a few cataphracts did get beaten actually. But I'm in a bit of bother now. Over here I managed to catch some of these Armenian spearmen. Here I'm sending in more of my Pharaoh's guards, and my axemen are somewhere around here. Here they are. So I rout some of his forces. So far it's not too bad a fight. Obviously once his cataphracts are out of the picture he's really got no show, so I'm steadily working my way through them with my various units. And well, they're chasing me at the moment, but that's fine because his forces are very divided up, and it means that they're easier to pick apart this way. I can shoot them, and I can send infantry after them, and I don't have to worry about these Armenian heavy spearmen. He's got 4 of those, which are gold or silver gold or something like that, and he had an Arab Cav type unit. Here my desert axemen get into battle with them, but again the cataphracts are going to beat them because cataphracts are pretty damn deadly against that type of thing, but they do pretty well. All in all, these cataphracts are getting very bogged down and shot up and steadily weakened, so they're not going to be able to be of a hell of a lot of use to him. So I'm not too bothered that my army's getting beat up, because I know that my Pharaoh's guards are more than a match at his infantry. But if I beat down these cataphracts, he's got no chance. So here I send some of my light cav, and these light cav, they can be very deadly. I've beaten cataphracts with them. They're not as good as headhunting maids, but they're still very good against cataphracts. They can do a lot of harm to them, which is very good. So as you can see, I've got a few in here, and although they're not doing heat, they're not routing, and they're actually doing a bit of damage, enough to hold. Now to get my Pharaoh's guards in, and I'll clean them up pretty good. Here I've got my Pharaoh's guards taking down his heavy spearmen, which I catch most of them out of phalanx formation, so that's going to be good for me. And as you can see, a lot of his cataphracts are routing now because of a combination of my Pharaoh's bowmen, Pharaoh's guards, and Desert Cav.
The enemy general has been killed and his men lose hard.
So he sends his cataphracts to assist, but it's way too late. My guys are vastly superior in battle. So now his cataphracts are all alone, what's left of them, and so yeah, this battle could have been won a lot easier, I think, or a lot swifter if I'd paid closer attention to my cav. But I hadn't been playing for a couple of days, and I had probably gotten a bit slack. It tends to happen. So here I'm going to use my desert axemen to intercept. There's cataphracts here. All the while they're getting my Pharaoh's guard getting close, but my desert axemen were actually beating the cataphracts then, because the cataphracts are now tired and exhausted, and once that happens cataphracts break very quickly. So look at that, they just all rout just because they're tired and there's units around them. Over here there's a cataphract unit chasing my bowmen, but I'm not too concerned. I've won the battle. So I mean, if I brought some chariots it would have been a massacre, I think. I don't say that arrogantly, it's just how chariots are.
And there is nothing the enemy can do but run.
So that's a good game to my opponent Cneo Scipae, I think that's how you say his name. I had 624 men, so I did have nearly twice as many men. I got 315 kills and I had 405 men remaining. He had 381 men, he got 241 kills and 66 men remaining. His force had a lot of very heavily upgraded cataphracts, as you saw, and my desert cavalry slowed them down, I guess, but didn't do a hell of a lot. But my Pharaoh's bowmen and my Pharaoh's guard, not Pharaoh's bowmen, my regular bowmen and my Pharaoh's guard did really well. As you can see, my Pharaoh's guards took virtually no casualties and inflicted quite a few. This was only a normal scale battle. I personally don't like normal scale, but sometimes you've got to do it. But for one-on-ones you don't need to, but sometimes you've got to because people's connections don't work as well and things like that. So anyway, it's a good game to Cneo Scipae, who was Armenia, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.